Hey guys, Ross here. Now the channel's been very business heavy recently, so I'm just going to do a vlog style video. There'll be no points for production value on this one, but I want to talk you through some of the equipment that we use here at Perspective Studios. I've even brought the dog in. It's a beautiful day out, so let's jump into it. Okay, so the first one's probably the most obvious, is well, what kind of cameras do we use? Well, for the most part, we go with our FS7, which shoots in 4K. It's an absolute solid camera, and that will get us through 99% of the shoots. We also have an A7S2, which is what I'm filming on at the moment, and for photos we normally go with the 7D Mark II, or we also have a 1DX Mark II as well. So a real kind of variety depending on the shoots and production values. Obviously if we need to hire in things like red cameras and what have you, then we'll just go ahead and hire those, but very rarely do those kind of projects come up, or do the clients actually really need that sort of stuff. There's nothing that this kind of rig can't do. Now, I'm going to throw up a picture on the screen now, which is what this rig looked like a few months back when I took it over a ski jump. That's right. So this thing is heavy. It probably weighs, I think we weighed it was close to like 10, 11 kilos, something like that. And because of my background in skiing, I follow athletes over the jumps with this kind of production setup. I'll throw up some videos of that as well. And it's just something really, really niche and really unique, but gets such an amazing shot when we can execute it. In the 3 years I've been jumping over the stuff with all this kind of equipment, that's the first time I've crashed. So luckily we had good insurance to cover us up on that. So what have we got going on? Well, if I point the camera this way, we've obviously got the FS7 itself. We have the Nucleus, Tilta Nucleus on here as well, so we can use that as wireless follow focus to the handles, which I'll go through in a minute. Samyang cine lens 24mm does the job perfectly, and then we would often just adapt certain things and put audio and what have you on there. It's sitting on a Movi M15, which I think is now discontinued because they've got the Movi Pro, of course, which is phenomenal. But you know, this works so well. We really don't have a need to be spending another £6 on some equipment yet. These are the Tilta Nucleus handles, which actually what I'll do is if I flip this around for you guys, we'll be able to see that a little bit better. There we go. This is where it falls off the stand. Is that on there? There we go, looking good. So yeah, so these handles are super, super cool. You've just got, if you can see that, you've just got left and right, which will move that in and out. And then you've also got zoom options and what have you as well. We put a little note, so moving it to the left brings it closer, and the depth of field further away when it goes the other way. Just because when you're skiing along or you're running along with a talent, you don't want to then put them out of focus by going the wrong way. So this is a really, really solid bit of kit. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to connect all this up. It doesn't take long at all. We've already kind of modified it all, so it just all clips in. And then I'll show you how we then kind of change that over onto the shoulder mount. And we've just really tried to make things as super simple as possible. There's no need to overcomplicate this, and we don't want to be spending hours setting up all this stuff when we get on a shoot and then having to say to the client, oh, you've got half an hour before we, you know, change the camera rig and things like that. So we've really made this as efficient as possible. So I'll do a little video of that right now. Okay, and there you have it. So I love talking about efficiency because I'm sad, but also because it just means that time's money, right? So you can do things quickly. So we've actually got loads of heli cases and you know, flight cases made up, so we can just drop this stuff straight in, all rigged up, and then pull it out at the other side. And we've even gone as far as, on this mount specifically, we've created this bit here with a quick release, so that when we slide the camera on, as long as the camera, the base plate doesn't move and it's touching that, the camera will always remain perfectly balanced with that lens on. So it just means that we can slide this on and off. We know 24mm cine lens, and that will do the job perfectly. I would obviously normally do a bit of a better job of moving this out of the way, but if I show you, if I move this left and right like that, and then it links it all up there, which is really, really cool. Clients generally love that kind of stuff, and like I say, you know, it's not until you turn up to a shoot that people can really kind of appreciate what it is and how much value goes into this, you know, when we turn up with these rigs. So what else have we got? So let's have a little look in the bag. So down here, this is just one of our quick cases where we just pop things in ready for a shoot. So we go with the Rodelink Filmmaker kits. They are really good. We did a comparison with some Sennheiser ones which a friend had, and to be honest with you, it didn't warrant the extra, well, Sennheiser ones are almost double the price. So for what we do it for, this gets really, really good quality. So we normally carry 2 of those on a shoot, should we need it, or in case they have another interviewer. We've got a cleaning kit, we've got a tool kit as well. We've got a 100mm macro Canon L series lens. This side we've got a 24-105 L series as well, with obviously geared up, ready for the Nucleus. A Rode NTG3 mic. What do you think? We've also got a Samyang cine 35mm. Now obviously we're in between studios at the moment, so we don't actually have everything in here. We've got batteries, there's a 50mm in the bottom there as well. And then we've got the adapters for the shoulder rig mount and monitor. Cool, so I'm gonna pop that on there now so you can get a little idea of how quick and easy it is to swap these around. There we go. So obviously you might want to stick a mic on it or a Vlog battery perhaps, but for the most part, that's it. So in real time, that's taken me probably 2 minutes at most. So this is the thing, if you can do this on a shoot, it just means that you can get in and get out much, much quicker, which is why this method and creating this kind of structure and systems is really beneficial to any kind of business. And again, I can click that straight off there and put it straight onto a tripod if we want to as well. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Okay, so what else might we have? We've obviously got lights, we've got 2 of these. These are the Falcon Eyes RX180T. These are really cool because you can change the brightness individually. You can hook them up through Wi-Fi and you can change the temperature and do loads of funny, cool things with it. These are amazing. I don't think they're that expensive. I think they're about £400, something like that. Maybe $500. So yeah, so they're great. We normally take a couple of them to every shoot, and again, just real easy to set up. You're just looking for efficiency. I don't want to be messing around with like loads of really techie little things. We've also got an audio box as well, so let's have a look in here. So inside our audio box, again, just a box. It says audio. So it just says audio obviously on the side, so anyone can just come pick this up and they know they've got everything they need for audio in here. So we go with a Zoom H5, which is really, really cool. Again, you can have loads of outlets in here. You can change the top bit, great bit of recording device. Various splitters and cables. The amount of times that I've been caught out by going to something. So for instance, we actually did a job for the Department for Education, and one of the things that came up was we weren't able to plug into their PA system. So luckily we had the box with us and it has all the adapters and things, so we could just find an adapter that worked and then outlay it from another area or tap off that line. So having boxes like this are really, really handy. And like I said, it just means that anyone can actually just go and take the box and then they know they've got everything in there, which is really efficient. Especially if you're a production company, you just want something where everyone knows that they're on the same page. That's audio, gimbals, tripods. We've gone with a Manfrotto, God knows what, it's a really good one. This is the thing, I don't really look at this stuff in that much detail. Like if it's got good reviews, it scared the hell out of me. If it's got good reviews, then I just end up buying it anyway. They're pretty solid with all the main brands like the Manfrotto ones. I think this is a 502. So yeah, we've got a ball head on there, which means it's real easy to level up. And then obviously a Ronin as well. So we've got a Ronin we've put on the ring handle as well, which is an aftermarket one. You can buy it from DJI or you can buy it from Small Rig. And it's really good because it just means you can pull it down. So we would normally put the A7S onto here, and then we would normally run them as A and B cam. Probably this one on the shoulder for the most part, and then this as a B cam. But it just depends. It depends on the clients. It depends on what kind of look and feel we're going for. But yeah, a little bit something a bit different. I can't wait when this place is fully developed and we've got everything all done and ready. Then I can do a full walkthrough of the whole studio, all of our equipment, because like I said, this is only half of it. We've got car mounts, other cameras, lenses, whatever, all back at the other office. So yeah, it's a really, really cool thing. So a question I no doubt get asked This is quality with the dog. So a question that I no doubt I'm going to get asked, and I get asked lots, is, well, what camera shall I buy? Well, it's so unique to every single person, you know. We are an established production company, so we do invest money in equipment, but this isn't the best equipment in the world. You know, so you also need to think about your clients and how much are they willing to pay and what's worthwhile in that investment. I do think cameras that shoot 4K now are really key. We shoot most things at 4K 50 frames, so we've got the option to slow it down, or even go a little bit further than that if we need to. But really, you know, you have to think about buying cheap, buying twice. So I made the mistake early on of buying a load of lenses. I think I only had £500, so I decided to buy like 3 lenses. Within 6 months, I had to then re-buy more lenses because I'd outgrown them or the quality wasn't that great and I wanted something more. And then you end up paying £500 on each individual lens. So if you can stretch, I would say, firstly, obviously you need a camera body, but then invest into glass, so the lenses. And if you can get really good lenses to start with, then that's going to be ideal because it's going to be with you throughout your whole journey. You can buy adapters. We've got a Metabones adapter on here as well, so there's like all these little things that you're adding, £100 here, £600 here, £30 here, all of these other things. So invest in good glass, and then you'll find that you will need to upgrade the camera body. Then you need to think, are you doing video production or mainly photos or both? And then you might want to go down the AB camera route. So you've got a main one, one for photography, one for video. And then you might want to go even further, like, so we only have specifically filming cameras like these two, and then we only have specifically photography cameras like the 1DX Mark II and the 7D Mark II as well. We are suckers for loving like new tech. I'm sure you'll agree. Some of this stuff is really cool and it's nice to get your hands on with it and play with it, but you just have to think, is it that necessary? Is it going to make the quality of your work better? If the answer is yes, then it's probably worth pursuing. But also, are your clients going to pay more for it? So you also need to think about that. Now, if you're starting out, then of course you're going to expand to have better paying clients in the future, and that's as a result of obviously having better equipment and things like that, providing more value. So just kind of 2 things to think about. But when you're starting out, invest what you can reasonably afford into this equipment, and do think about, you know, buying cheap and buying twice. So I hope you enjoyed this a little bit more. Like I said, it's a bit more away from the business side of things that we've been teaching. I can't wait to do so many more of these, and when I've got the guys back in the office, and then I'll have a filmer and someone who can actually do you know, a good job rather than me just doing this handheld with the light coming in and out and all the rest of it. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure you go and have a look at our Facebook group. We've got aspiring videographers and filmmakers. There's loads of people in there who are sharing loads of really good value and advice from all different levels at the moment, people who are starting out, people who are experienced and have successful businesses. So I look forward to seeing you over there, and leave a like, a comment and subscribe.